So next we will be starting compass surveying, which is again a very important topic. So compass surveying is one where compass is used to measure the direction of any line or any object. That is your basically compass surveying. Now we'll try to learn a few terms related to compass surveying. So first of all, we'll learn what is a bearing. Bearing is an angle or direction of any line with respect to a reference line. Okay, suppose this is a reference line. Okay, this is a reference line, and this line, suppose OA, is making an angle theta with this reference line. So the bearing of this line OA is theta with respect to this reference line. That is the bearing. Okay, so basically bearings are of two types. Number one, whole circle bearing, and number two, quadrantal bearing. So we'll learn about both the type of bearings in details. Now, as we all know that we have divided the space into four number of quadrants. Quadrant number 1, 2, 3 and 4. First quadrant is between 0 to 90 degrees. Second is 90 to 180. Third is 180 to 270. And fourth is 270 degrees to 360 degrees. Okay. So what happens in whole circle bearing? Suppose this is your north direction, this is your south, east and west. Sorry. Okay. So in this whole circle bearing method, we measure the angle of any line with respect to the north direction. Suppose there is a line like this, OP, suppose. So the bearing of this line or the direction of this line, how can we express the direction of this line or the bearing of this line? So the bearing of this line or the direction of this line will be the angle that it makes with the north direction only. Okay. So whatever this angle, suppose this angle is theta. So theta is the bearing of line OP, because theta is the angle this line OP is making with the north direction. And one more very important thing, that we will measure all the angles in this whole circle bearing method in clockwise direction. Suppose there is a line here, OQ. Okay. So the bearing of this line OQ will not be this angle, because if we consider this angle, it will be in anti-clockwise direction. The bearing of this line OQ will be this angle, this whole angle. Okay. This whole angle is measured in clockwise direction with respect to this north direction. That is why this whole angle is the bearing of this line OQ. Okay. Let us take some examples. Suppose there is a line OA which is making an angle. Suppose this angle is 30 degrees. So what is the bearing of line OA? Again, we are dealing with whole circle bearing method. So the bearing of any line will be the angle that particular line makes with the north direction in clockwise direction. Okay, measured in clockwise direction. So this angle is 30, so definitely this angle will be 60, and it is measured in clockwise direction. So the bearing of line OA will be 60 degrees. Okay. Let us take another example. Suppose this line OB is in this quadrant, third quadrant, and this angle, the line OB makes an suppose 30 degree with the west direction. So what is the bearing of this line? Okay. So the bearing of this line will be the angle that this line OB makes with the north direction measured in clockwise direction. So this whole angle is the bearing of line OB. So this is 90, 90 plus 90, 80, and this should be also 90 because this is 30, so this is 60. So 180 plus 60, 240 degree is the bearing of line OB in whole circle bearing method. Okay, clear? Let us take another example. Suppose this line OC is making an angle 40 degree with the north direction. But again, is this making an angle 40 degree in clockwise direction? Because this is north direction. If we go from north direction to OC, will it be in clockwise direction? Will it be in clockwise direction? No, it will be in anti-clockwise direction. So what is the clockwise direction? From north to OC, this is the clockwise direction. So 40 degree will not be the bearing. Bearing will be 360 degree minus 40 degree. So ultimately 320 degrees is the bearing of line OC in whole circle bearing method. So this whole angle is 320 degree. That is the bearing of line OC because it is measured in clockwise direction. This cannot be considered because this is in anti-clockwise direction. So the bearing of line OC is 320 degrees. So next is we have already learned about the whole circle bearing method. Now next is quadrantal bearing. So what happens in this bearing is that just pay attention to this term quadrantal. That means quadrant. So that means we will measure the angles, we will measure the bearings in only one quadrant. Suppose there is a line in this quadrant. Earlier what happened was that we measured this whole angle. We came from this first quadrant to the second quadrant. Now that is not going to happen. We are going to measure this angle only with respect to this quadrant only. So the maximum angle that can be measured with quadrantal bearing method is 90 degree. You can note it down, it's a very important point also. Maximum angle you can measure with quadrantal bearing is 90 degree because we are not going to cross one quadrant to the other quadrant. Okay, we are only going to measure the direction of any line in one quadrant only. We are not going to cross or jump over the quadrants, different quadrants. Okay. Another very important thing is that what happened in whole circle bearing method is that we measured the angles only. Suppose this is the line OA. So what happened is that we measured the line, the angle only in clockwise direction. But here we can measure the line both in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. Suppose if there is a line in suppose there is a line OB in this fourth quadrant, then the line the angle this line OB is making with the north direction, that it will be measured anti-clockwise. So that is not a problem in this method, that we can measure the angles in both clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. And one more thing, in the whole circle bearing method, what we did is that we measured the angles with respect to the north direction only. Okay, but here what is going to happen is that we are going to measure the angles with respect to south direction as well as north direction, both. Okay, with respect to south as well as north. So the basic difference between quadrantal bearing method and whole circle bearing method is that in whole circle bearing method we measure the angles in clockwise direction. Here we will measure both in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. In whole circle bearing method we measured only from north direction. Here we are going to measure from north as well as south direction. Okay. One more very important trick that I am going to tell you. You will not find these tricks in any of the books. Suppose if there is a line between first and fourth quadrant, you can note this down also. If there is a line in the first, suppose there is a line in the first quadrant or fourth quadrant, then we will express the bearing, then we will measure the angles from north direction. Okay, you can write it down also. If the lines are in first and fourth quadrant, then we will refer to north direction. And if the lines are in second or third quadrant, then we will measure the angles with respect to south direction. So this is a thumb rule that you need to remember. If the line is in first or fourth quadrant, then we'll express the angles with respect to north direction. If the lines are in second and third quadrant, then we will measure the angles with respect to the south direction. Okay, things will be more clear when we give some examples. Suppose there is a line OA which is making an angle of 30 degrees with the east, and it is in the first quadrant. So as I told you, if the line is in first quadrant, then we will measure the angle of the line with respect to the north direction. So what is the angle between this line and north direction? This is 60 degree. So we are measuring like this from north to OA. So we are going from north to OA in eastern direction. So we are going from what direction? We are going from north direction to east direction with an amount of 60 degree. So the direction is from north to east. How much? 60 degree. So the bearing of this line OA in quadrantal bearing method will be north, because we are measuring from north. How much? 60 degree, because the angle between north direction and the line is 60 degree. East, because we are moving from north to east. In this direction we are moving. In this direction we are measuring from north to east. So the bearing of this line is north 60 degree east. Okay. This is another example of line OB. Suppose this is making an angle of 45 degree with the east. So what is the bearing of this line? As I have already told you in the thumb rule, that if it is in the second quadrant or third quadrant, then we will measure the angle of this line with respect to the south direction. If the lines are in this and this quadrant, then we will measure with the north direction. If the lines are in this and this quadrant, then we will measure with the south direction. So what is the angle of this line OB with the south direction? This is nothing but 45 degree. Okay, so angle of this line OB measured from south direction is 45 degree. From here we are measuring in anti-clockwise direction, in this direction. Now this is the south, this is line OB. So we are starting from south and we are moving like this. How much? 45 degree. So the bearing of this line will be south, because we are moving from south. We are moving for how much? We are moving an amount of 45 degree. We are moving an amount of 45 degree. In which direction? From south 45 degree to east. So the bearing of this line is south 45 degree east in quadrantal bearing method. Clear? Let us take another example. Suppose this line OD, suppose it is making an angle of 30 degree with the west direction. So what is the bearing of this line? So again, this is in third quadrant. So we are measuring from south. So this is nothing but the angle between south and OD is nothing but 60 degree, because this is 30, this whole thing is 90, so this is 60 obviously. So we are moving from south for an amount of 60 degree towards west. So what is the bearing? South 60 degree, south 60 degree towards west. So south 60 degree west is the bearing of this line OD in quadrantal bearing method. So there is another line OP in the fourth quadrant, which is making an angle of 40 degree with the west. So what is the bearing of this line? Again, if the line is in first or fourth quadrant, we are going to measure the direction of the line or the bearing of the line with respect to the north direction. So what is the angle between this line OP and north? It is nothing but 50 degree. So north, we are starting from north, we are moving towards OP. So this is 50 degree. We can move in both clockwise and anti-clockwise direction in this quadrantal bearing method. So we are starting from north. So what is the bearing of this line? Starting from north. North, how much? 50 degree towards west. So from north we are moving an amount of 50 degree towards west. So and 50 degree west. So this is the bearing of this line OP in quadrantal bearing method. One more very important thing, there are basically two types of compasses with which we can measure the angles. One is prismatic compass and the other one is Surveyor's compass. And the most important thing is that prismatic compass follows the whole circle bearing method and Surveyor's compass follows the quadrantal bearing method. Okay.